This is a Kymco Super 9, an 06. It's fully modified, aerosol 70cc kit, extremely ported manifold, 21A Ritchie carburetor, Technogas pipe, velocity variator, velocity torque drive. And what we're going to do today is add a shim to the torque spring. So let's get at it. For this particular example, I've already removed all the screws of the cover. I've also taken this clip from up here and pushed it down here. I used the channel locks. I also use the channel locks on here to break the rubber so it doesn't stick during the removal. When removing this, it's always best to pull straight out instead of pulling from the back or pulling from the front. So let's pull straight out. There we go. As you can see, this one here, the gasket came loose. That's okay. Here's your faceplate. Behind here is your velocity, or this one has velocity variator, your clutch bell, torque drive, and your belt. This one's loose because I've already stretched it a little, or pulled some slack in it so I could get this off from previously trying to get this video correct. So to take this bolt off, I've used a impact wrench. Removing the clutch bell. This here is the final gear set shaft, and if you try to just pull this straight off, it's not going to come off. It's going to get hooked here. That's why I've pulled a little bit of slack in here, and I hold the slack with my fingers here on the back side to make sure the belt doesn't slide back up in there and I lose my slack. Because if you were to try to take this off without the slack, we'd get caught on that shaft. Okay. What I use to break this stuff apart, I got this from Snap-on. It's called a spanner wrench. It has a couple pins here that hook right into a couple holes here on the top of the clutch. And I know they make an 1.5-inch socket, but for me, I've been using this big crescent wrench. So let's go ahead and remove this nut and install the shim. Now you don't want to remove this all the way because there is a lot of pressure under here, because I do have a 1500 yellow torque spring. It's quite heavy. So after I've loosened it and broke it loose, as you can see, I didn't use a lot to break it loose because I already had this loose from my previous attempt of creating this video. Here we go. So let's go over a few of the parts. This part on the top here is your torque drive. It's velocity torque drive, as you can see. It says velocity on it. This here is a bearing kit, and as you can see, the bearings down inside there, and this here goes over the top of it. This is your spring, and what the bearings do is allows that spring to move freely, and when it moves freely without any friction, it allows it to shift up and down much easier. And what we're going to do is add a shim. You can add the shim to the bottom, of course, but we have our bearing kit down there, so we're not going to do that. And We're going to add it up here on the top. Let's go over the clutch just for a moment. This is a stock clutch, and we have the 2000 red springs in here. Gives you a little bit more RPMs during takeoff. Really like those red springs. Putting it back together is just the same. Hopefully this will go on easy, but having it set up so you can see what I'm doing, as well as being able to put it on. There we go. Doesn't look like it went on straight. Here we go. Oh, keep going straight. I'm just trying to get the view for the camera. In doing so, I wasn't holding it down tight and straight. Now my 2-pin spanner wrench, my big crescent. I tightened the heck out of this. Alright, now we've installed the shim. Let's move on. Everything in reverse. What we do is we have the belt here. We have our clutch and torque drive. What I like to do is go ahead and put it on. I put my fingers in here and I squeeze or pinch this as I pull the belt, and that gives me the slack I need. There we go. A little bit of slack. That's all I needed. Clutch bell on there. And put that. Let's tighten this up. And again, if I didn't say it before, this is a instructional video for people on the Yahoo Super 9 chat group. We get a lot of new users who don't understand these particular parts, and I'm going to start creating some videos of this stuff so people can have a basic understanding of the transmission of their newly purchased scooter. What I'm trying to do here is get this gasket back on because it came off when I took the cover off. Yeah, it looks like it's close enough. Yeah, there it goes. It's on all the way around. What I'm doing today is pretty common knowledge for previous or scooter owners, but again, it's for new people, not for us people who've been doing this for some time. There you go. Last but not least, install some bolts. And don't forget to grab your hose up here, clamp, and drag it up. Give me a little bit of time. Well, as you can see, that's giving me a little bit of trouble, but that's okay. That's the basic setup of your torque drive and torque spring and adding a shim. That's what I wanted to show you. A little bit about this particular scooter is we've put the clear tail lens on the 21 A. Ritchie carburetor, ported manifold, 70cc head, of course the Malossi variator, Malossi torque drive, and also the Malossi final gear set. This scooter particularly also has a hind headlight. We do a lot of night driving up here in Denver, and the added light is excellent for safety. And we also have the manual choke. Alright, I hope this informational video helped you out. Good luck, and thank you for watching.